Gang, it's Tuesday. It's October the 8th, 2024. We're going to do some aerobic capacity today, but we're going to achieve it. Well, it's not like the first time we've ever done this on a Tuesday, but there are some components to this workout we typically program on a Thursday. Most specifically, the way in which we're going to use the clock, and also the idea that there's a max effort movement in this workout. So, spoiler alert for Thursday, we won't have a max effort movement on Threshold Thursday this week. We use that today. So what are we going to do today? We are going to run. We've gotten used to running on Tuesdays. Man, this beautiful weather this week. I hope it keeps up. I hope it's as nice for you doing this workout as it was for me when I did it. And 400 meters at a time, that's nice too, right? We've been at times running more than that. So we have 6 rounds, 400 meters each. It's a mile and a half if you're doing your running math. But what else do we have? So in a 5-minute clock, in a 5-minute window, however you want to say it, your buy-in, so to speak, your work that absolutely must get done if you want to earn a score today is a 400-meter run followed by 25 thrusters. And yet, those thrusters are empty barbell thrusters. And I'm going to say, let me phrase it a different way. No heavier than an empty barbell thruster. And I have to phrase it that way because we really think these 25 thrusters can and should be done unbroken, at least most of the time. So the reason I worded it as no heavier than is because, there are still some people, particularly newer people especially, for whom even saying a 45 or 35 pound barbell 25 times for a thruster is like asking them to, paint the Sistine Chapel. We're not, it should be an easy weight, one that you're not intimidated by, one that even the volume is not something that intimidates you. And whatever weight that is for you, there are plenty of veterans, strong people even, who are going to balk at the idea of 25 thrusters even with an empty barbell. But ultimately, we don't think that today's workout comes with it the chance of not getting to the max effort movement, which is a row for calories. Everyone can get there. That's not a question. I think a 400-meter run and 25 thrusters, that's I don't need to worry about that. How much time you'll have on that max effort move, that's a whole different story. And the story changes depending on how much you like running, probably most of all. So there's a couple of things at play here. One, did you go unbroken on the thrusters the way I really want you to? That plays big into your score today. Number 2, do you just like to run or not like to run? If you like to run and 400 meters isn't that bad for you, then that's going to really help your score a whole lot today. If you're not someone who likes to run, and 400 meters even is maybe, especially after a few rounds, something where you're going to have to walk a couple times. We don't love that, but I still think as long as you play your barbell right, as long as you still aim for unbrokenness on that even those people will get to the row. So I was going unbroken on the thrusters, and I was not breaking any 400-meter land speed records for my run today. I wasn't breaking any personal records, nothing like that. This wasn't my fastest PR. These weren't that fast at 400s. And yet I was still having about a minute 40, a minute 45 on the row portion, and I was able to, not consistently, but consistently enough, be right around, say, 18 to 20. I know I achieved 23 different times calories on the row. This is, I put up a beatable score today for sure on this one. A couple of things to think about. If you are like a competitor, let's say, or someone who prides themselves on the whiteboard and all of that, then, like the run's a grind, thrusters are a grind. You're not worried about whether or not you can do them unbroken, but you still need an edge. Then the transitions are going to be key. Transition from one round or from one movement to the next. I found that to be a bit of a challenge from time to time. I would finish my 400-meter run and not feel like I was ready to immediately do my thrusters. I would probably stand for like a 10 to 15 second count, wasting time, and I'm not proud of that. And then, even from a cycling the barbell perspective, right? 25 is a lot of thrusters, but empty barbell allows for a lot of sort of leeway in which, in how we move that bar. We should be fast with 25. We should be cycling it. You shouldn't have to reset at the shoulders each time. Every time you get to the top of the thruster, you should already be thinking about, as the barbell's coming back down into your front rack, you should already sort of be on your way down to that next rep. Now, depth and accuracy of that movement and technique are all paramount today. That 25 and moving fast and all that, it is never at the expense of technique or depth, particularly the depth part. I understand people not getting great depth when the load gets heavy, but today it's not, intentionally. Last thing I'll say, if any of you guys plan to do today's workout but also did Saturday's workout, which was the 7s and had those heavier thrusters in them, it's nice. It's a nice little change of pace to not have to do heavier thruster. Empty barbell sounds great. I know my legs are still feeling it from the 7s, so hopefully you're one of those people. All right, guys, enjoy this one. My score, I think it was 114 is my score, I think. I'll have to check after I press stop on this video. All right, guys, have a good one. See you Wednesday. Well, from me anyway.